buckets hit the fan and we're overrun. Sending boys in the trucks with the 50 cals. Tell every swinging dick bring extra rounds. Hang in now, boys, we're on our way. Don't send them all to heaven before we get a taste. Whoa, cry havoc, let's slit the doors away. What you gonna do?
And happy Sunday night. Welcome to the Double S Podcast. We're live, folks. Hey, welcome back to another show. Yo, it's been a week, has it not? Especially as of the past probably, 48 hours? Some interesting stuff going on. I use that term, I don't know, a little bit differently. This is what I would love to encourage. You know, when things go on, geopolitical, they go on around the world, whatever, all of a sudden all the keyboard warriors jump to things and start babbling out the mouth. They start throwing opinions out there. Here's what I want to remind all of fellow civilians like myself. There's people on the other end of the stuff that's going on. I don't care where your political views stand. It doesn't matter. There are people and families on the other end that are in harm's way right now. So be a human being. And maybe, just maybe, I'm going to go out on a limb here, shut up. Just be quiet and watch what takes place here a little bit before you start opening your pie hole, okay? That's all I'm going to say is because there's people. If you know me, you know I don't play the political game. I'm not red, I'm not blue, I'm not playing any of that game here. What I'm about is the people. All right, so let's remember that. Let's all be human beings out there. Let's make sure we're taking care of each other, taking care of our neighbors where we need to, and doing the right thing. All right, that's the heavy stuff out of the way. Get outdoors also, okay? Get away from social media. Get outdoors. Go enjoy this beautiful weather we're having out here. Speaking of Colorado, you have delivered so far to date the most beautiful winter I've ever encountered in my life so far. I love this. I was just telling the guys backstage, I was just telling them, my snowblower, I got an issue, y'all. I'm worried that the gas is going bad because the snowblower hasn't been started all season, and I'm loving that problem. I'll get stable. I'll siphon it out. I'll square it away. It's good by me, and hopefully I just didn't hex myself. But we're loving the weather here, and we're hoping that the weather plays nice for us because the season's about to get rolling for everybody out there. Our guest tonight, two amazing human beings, two dudes that I've come to love to chat with around every corner, and can't wait to meet them in person down in New Mexico. From the New Mexico Bass Nation Kayak division down there. We've got Anthony Barrera and we have Matt Ramey joining us. Man, this is super, super cool. We're going to talk fishing tonight, y'all. We're going to get into it. We'll talk some kayaking, fishing, events, season, the whole shebang. Hey, before we do that, you know the routine. I'm going to pay the bills real quick. Going to pay the homage where it belongs to the Romans Warrior Foundation. Folks, I've told you this time and time again, and the stories I could share with you about Mr. Brian Romans and this entire organization, we could spend 12 podcasts talking about what they have done, not just for us at the TPO and at the Double S, but for just countless people across this country. Go check out the Romans Warrior Foundation if you're looking to support an organization that finds alternative ways out there to bring healing across this country and to our brothers and sisters. Check out the Romans Warrior Foundation. # helping is healing. Of course, the Global War on Terror's Wall of Remembrance. That's a great way to support the cause there. Only mobile monument that we have in America right now that is dedicated to the entire GWAT era. That's 1983 it goes back to. And we have an education and honor side to this memorial that we take around the country. It's something beautiful to behold. And the Romans Warrior Foundation is the stewards of that and take that memorial to communities, to special events after they've worked out details from shore to shore of the country. It's an awesome, awesome deal. Of course, our little outfit, the True Patriot Outfitters, doing our best to engage that upstream prevention aspect here, and removing isolation, building community, and restoring mission and purpose using kayak fishing and camping trips to get that done. We let Mother Nature and the big man above do the heavy lifting. We just are the vessels for that to bring that in. And of course, the Heroes Media Group. Without Adam Bird, all the fantastic podcasts that are on this show and on this network, we wouldn't be here. They give us the stage, they give us the platform, and the support daily. I'm proud and honored to be a part of this group out here, and they do a ton for us to keep this stuff going. All right, the bills are paid. We got that done. And let's just go ahead and get these guys in here. I think Matt's just about done eating dinner. I'm watching him here in the green room. He's over there scarfing it down. That's what our guests do. That's how much they're dedicated to getting on the show, is they interrupt their evening meal to come here and hang out with us. So let's go ahead and bring these guys in. First, tournament director of New Mexico Bass Nation Kayak, Mr. Anthony Barrera. What's up, brother Anthony? How you doing, man?
Doing great.
Awesome. Let's get the dinner man in here himself as well, Mister. This he doesn't even need an intro. Most folks, if you're around a kayak, you know this dude, Mister Matt Ramey. Let's bring him in. What's up, Matt?
What's going on, Gene? How are you, buddy?
Good, man. What are you eating?
Oh, tonight was cheese sausage, or
cheese sausage. Dang, that sounds good. I had salmon, dude.
Ooh, there you go.
Eh.
It's not as appealing, but that's all right.
I'll tell you. Here's the thing. So neither my wife nor I are big fish eaters, right? We just aren't. I mean, fish are friends, okay, not food. I'm totally in with this, but we know it's healthy for us. And at our age, in our 50s now, we're trying to make sure at least, try to once a week, once every couple of weeks, we're eating some salmon. But neither one of us can dig fish with the big fishy taste thing, right? So we have to slather this thing up. She made some, I suck at words. So not the tiki, but tzatziki sauce that goes in like a gyro. That cucumber yogurt sauce.
Yeah.
So there's a lemon dill type sauce like that she whooped up to put on the salmon. Dude, you could barely even taste the salmon. It was fantastic.
Finally, yeah.
Yeah.
Disguise that salmon taste. Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And it's healthy. I mean, it's just, it's just got cucumber and some, Greek yogurt in it. So it's good, right? Proteined up.
I like it.
Yeah. We're always on the health tip around here at the Double S. Trying to show you sneaky ways, right? Hey, man, so I was just bragging about our weather. New Mexico winters. Your state kind of is like schizo, right? It's like the north side gets a little bit of our weather. The south side gets none of our weather. Like it gets its own.
Yeah, it gets pretty cold down there.
Does it?
Cold front a couple of weeks ago.
Well, and Mother Nature's been on her head, man. She's been doing cartwheels. Alabama's had like less 60-degree days than we have here in Colorado this year. Through the wintertime, it's been nuts. They've been colder than us out here.
Oh, that's brutal. That's not good. It's not too bad. Yeah, I'm in Carlsbad, Gene, like the farthest south you can be. I'm basically on Texas line. You go 10 minutes past my house, you hit Texas. So, I'm as far south as you can get over here. But it's been nice. It's been real mild this year.
Yeah.
Our fish are probably coming to beds another week or two. Like, we're real close.
So cool. So cool. Yeah, man, that's, what do we got here? Well, what do we have here? Mike Miller, his friends practically ate at my door. Mike Mitchell's friends. I don't know who this is that is commenting on Facebook. Normally, I'd like to throw our viewers up on here, but I don't know who this person is, and I'm not even sure this is English. I'm just going to show it for that purpose. Wait, is this Mike Mitchell and his friends practically ate Jeremy Fankled at my door? I have no idea what that is. Oh, you never know it. See, this is why it's called the shit show. All right, I'm just saying, you never know. We go off the rails so easy around here. I'm not sure who that is or how many of Grandpa's cough medicine she's enjoyed this evening here. So yeah, man, now, Anthony, you're like more central New Mexico, is that right?
That is correct. I'm in Albuquerque.
Oh, yeah. Shoot. Yeah, you're like, bang.
Yep, Central.
right there. Central. Cool. So yeah, man, we when we were looking at what to fish and where to fish and all that stuff, I talked to both of you guys, and I have since now gotten this like new water excitement to come down there and dig, because I'm going to be honest, like I told both of you guys, it looked like the same ass water we fish up here. I was just like, dog, I don't know if I want to go down to another high. I'm so burnt out on this stuff up here. I want weeds, man. That's what I'm looking for. I want to pitch and flip in the weeds, you know. But after talking with you, it may look the same, but there's a few subtle differences about New Mexico that I really like the idea of. And that is maybe a little more wood content in some of the lakes down there and a little bit of a stain to the water, not so damn crystal clear all the time. Is that a good assessment? Yes?
Definitely. Yeah, you'll really like Conscious. You and the fellows will like Conscious. I think it's going to be the right. Might be just a little early to be real deep in the cover, but a lot of the wood and not vegetation, but a lot of wood, a lot of rock, obviously, since that's part of what our lakes hold too. But
Yeah.
you'll enjoy it. You get to flip trees basically all day. Yeah, yeah.
Dog. Yeah. Yeah. Good times.
I would just
Good
leave the
times.
mega bass, jerk baits at home because those would not make the trip back if that's exactly what you're bringing.
If you want to donate into the lake cause, yeah, just sling. No,
Yeah,
I'm good. I'll be honest with you. The older I get, I see the price tag on a bait hit like $15 or whatever, and I get mad. I'm just like, no, I won't buy you anymore. I'm going to find something else for cheaper that's going to catch me fish. Yeah, I get real grumpy about it. I don't know.
That's about it now.
What's that?
$15 is about average, if not on the lower end.
Right? Yeah, I mean, I remember not too long ago, especially those 110s, 110 plus ones and twos, $25, you know, a lure
Yep.
for a jerk bait. Come on, man. Yeah, that hurts. That hurts, especially when you open up your tackle bin going, there's like $400 in here just in jerk baits. What the hell did I do? Good stuff. So help me remember this now. Anthony, is this your first year as the new tournament director or your second year?
This is my first year as the tournament director.
Right, because Matt was the TD prior.
He's been the TD and the president.
Copy that. So that's exciting, dude. That's awesome to have you. I can tell you this from an outsider wanting to learn about your club, dude. You are at the top 1% of the tournament directors out there, dude. You made me feel welcome from the beginning. Your knowledge is on point. If I was closer, I'm probably going to get a membership with you because I've got my eyeball on now like three events that I want to come hang out with you guys. If I had more schedule, I might do more, but I think my schedule, I'm looking at Navajo. I've been wanting to fish that. So what better way than to go hang out with you guys and do that? Of course, Conscious. I'm going to try to turn right back around and come back down the 21st to actually fish that. And then, of course, Elephant Butte, going down there for that awesome weekend coming up in May.
Yeah.
excellent.
Those are great tournaments. Navajo's going to fish good at that time of year. Conscious,
Yeah.
that week's make a big difference. And then Elephant Butte is going to be our state championship on Sunday, the 17th. And that's an open this year.
Mhm.
Heck yeah.
Open.
Yeah.
Well, you guys have like a whole series that just goes off at Elephant Butte, right? That just runs all year long. Is that right? Is that also through the Bass Nation?
No, it's not through the Bass Nation. There are a couple other groups. The Derby,
Oh, okay.
I think is what it's called.
The Derby, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Derb series, yeah, with Manny. Great little series. I mean, I love that what they're doing over there. It's just one of those avenues for that part of the state to have a collective reoccurring theme and really has gotten a lot of people. I think there's sometimes like Nation and other trails, like when you say Colorado Kayak Bassmaster or Nation or whatever we are, it looks too big. Goal looks too far away.
Yeah.
Those little ones like that, those are great because they get introduced, they learn the ropes.
Yep.
Great people, and it's all the same people that mold together. So it just builds a bigger family for us, which is absolutely what we want to see.
I mean, isn't at the end of the day, that's the kayak community at its heart, right? It's right there in the fact that we lock in with that common love of just getting out there. So at the end of the day, we talk about it up here in Colorado a lot. We have two great clubs, two big clubs that are doing really well. If you're more just interested in for the community and just the camaraderie, Colorado Kayak Fishing Club has a fantastic series. If you're chasing bass, the national championship, we also have a Bass Nation Club. That's kind of what it boils down to. It's like if you're not so interested in that, CKFC has a pretty good schedule they put together, and yeah, gets it set through. So in my brain, it's just trying to be old man brain. It's trying to lose this train of thought that I just had. I had a question that I was going to ask of this. So I'm going to hit you guys with something. And if this is not a topic you want to answer, you can absolutely go move on, Gene, and just tell me to move on. But I'm going to ask you this, and I'm going to ask this from an outsider's perspective. And I've got two tournament directors here, so this will help me. So here's what I'm going to say. The way Bass is structured, there is Bass, the mothership. Then there's the Bass Nation. Then there's the state Bass Nation. Within that is a slew of bass boat clubs, and to now be included, the kayak clubs. So when people want to fish, they pay their bass membership, they have to pay their state dues, and they pay their club dues.
Yes. Yep.
But nearly everyone, and I'm going to openly admit, I have not gone and looked at the New Mexico Bass Nation website yet. But I have looked at no less than 6 other states looking at their Kayak Bass Nation, or looking at their Bass Nation. And to find a mention of the kayak division is like looking for Waldo. They don't even give any sections in these other states dedicated to the kayak anglers. Like, here's their club information. Here's where you can get their information. But yet they still are calling for money from the guys fishing in kayak. And I'm going to be honest, as an outsider looking in, that's horse mess. My question is, what are you doing for the kayak anglers and the kayak angler clubs? I know what you're doing for the bass boat clubs. I get that. But what are you doing that's charging them $50? Because like Nebraska, if I want to go fish their state championship, not only do I got to pay to get in, my Bass Nation due fees are fine, but it's like an additional $50 for one event that they hold because Nebraska State Bass requires that for us to fish in their championship. I'm not going to go fish their championship because of that, because it's like, no thanks, dude. I'm not. You do nothing for the kayak guys, in my view. So, and if you guys don't want to get in and answer that, I dig it. But I'm just curious: do you guys wrestle with that? Do you see that, or am I just smoking weed?
We wrestle with it. I know Anthony's kind of. I mean, I'll let Anthony talk on his side. It's definitely something, Gene, for me. I've struggled for a long time with it.
Yeah.
I've asked the questions on where the money goes on the backside. Like, it's a conglomerate of boat side, but there's not a pot or resource that's kicked back to the kayak side under the nation envelope. So I've always asked stuff like that, and I get it. Um, for me at the end of the day, right, I know that we got to pay bills and insurance, and that was the number one thing for New Mexico is just getting privatized insurance was going to cost us like $2,000 to $4,000 a year to get a $500,000 insurance policy.
Yep.
Now they want $1 million for I think kayaks too, so it's even bolstered in New Mexico worse. So it probably would have like doubled our fees and premiums, and then that nation adventure gives us everything we need. Something that I strove like when I first started, we paid bass and state dues. There's no club dues in New Mexico Bass Nation, and I was the one that started that because I was so against people paying more money
Yep.
for what we do. It's supposed to be fun, a family. We don't make a lot of money ever. I mean, if you win, you're the only person that does. The rest of it's their camaraderie, being outside. doing the passion we love, which is called fishing. And
Hell
I've
yeah.
always stuck with that. So that's how I've always done it. I know Anthony has his stuff that he's been working on for the year that falls in the same vein, probably what I said. And yeah, it's just tough because I don't want to see it continuously get more expensive. But like I do Texas Bass Nation on their stuff, and I have to pay
Yep.
state and club, which is $70, and I only fish 2 events a year for that. And that's because it's overlapped with West Texas events, which I don't miss because those are big pot, high entry events. But yeah, it's
So to clarify, um, is it the state fee that we pay that gets the club the insurance, or is it the Bass Nation fee that everybody pays that gets the club covered on insurance? Which one is it?
nation,
It's
nation.
so it's the nation, not the state fee.
Right.
Hmm.
Right.
Yeah. Yeah, so we don't do anything below that. $30 for us if you're a
Love it.
Bass member.
And if you're from out of state and have nation, you paid your nation dues, that qualifies. So you wouldn't have to pay an additional $30.
Sweet. See, now that makes sense, and that's the way Strawbridge is running it up here. He took a little bit of flack for it, but he kind of stood the ground here, and I was very proud of him for doing that because, I mean, hey, man, if there's something that it's going to, right, the conservation side, we get that, but to not even list a website for the kayak guys at the bass state level, it's like, hey man, how about you put a big bullet up there that says kayak because it's a sanctioned bass organization. Throw that up there. Give some. It doesn't have to be us versus them type thing. We can all just be anglers, right, out of whatever we fish from.
I think Brian with New Mexico Bass Nation has done a good job. He does have a link for us, and at our outdoor show, he did have a QR code telling people about us. I think we're
Cool.
really well with
Yeah.
Nation as a whole for the state.
That's so awesome to hear that we do have some good examples running out there of how we can work together and just come together as outdoorsmen, as anglers, right?
And then kind of circling back, we were talking about, let me pull it up real quick. Elephant Butte kayak bass fishing. They have a monthly tournament, and in support of our state champion, we put in a month-long tournament to raise funds to cover his entry fees, which are pretty significant for the national championship. And they canceled their month-long tournament just in support of that. So New Mexico, I think, is one of the most supportive fishing group I've ever met. It's been amazing.
I 100% concur. We'll get to it here in a little bit, but my experience has been blown away, man, of just showing out. The anglers out there, yes, I love the community that y'all have down there, dude. It is very warming to see, man, and I'm excited come here in a couple weeks to get down there. Spent today working on our trailer quite a bit here at the TPO, so we've got a little bit more to go, a little bit more building, and we'll be rolling heavy with 4 kayaks heading that direction, man. And so this dual jet ski trailer is about to have 4 kayaks on it, strapped for bear. It may not look as pretty because I don't know how much rattle cannon I'm going to get done on this between now and then, but it'll hold.
That's all that matters.
That's right.
That's it.
So, how long, Anthony, has the club been around?
I think Matt can answer that. He started.
That's true. Yeah.
Matt has done it.
So yeah, I mean, originally, Gene, for us, it was 2016 was when we basically had the idea. 17 was, I think, our first season. So we just basically, I'd say 10 years when it was back then, though, it was Eastern New Mexico kayak fishing that Philip and I had started. And then that had kept going. And then basically we got into a point where we needed a change and get some insurance, get that next step, get the national qualifying spots. And I just made that jump. I was going to do it regardless. So I made that commitment, and then it just kind of morphed into just that for us in our state versus having 2. We had just the one. It went basically from Eastern into a New Mexico Bass Nation kayak series, essentially. So
Very
right
cool.
at the 10-year mark, or 9 years technically on a full
I was going to say
schedule.
Next year's going to be the 10-year anniversary. Got to. What we doing, boys? We got a party then.
Let's go to Lake Fork or something.
All right.
Yeah.
Hell
And put
yeah.
some miles on these trailers.
That's right. Anthony, how long have you been in the club now? Before now, obviously taking over as tournament director, how long have you been fishing the Bass Club?
I want to say 4 years. I think
Yeah.
it's been about 4 years.
And you are a U.S. Army vet, is that correct, sir?
That's correct. Yeah, I
And
was
so,
stationed at Fort Carson there in Colorado.
oh my gosh, so yeah, okay, dude. That's why you shake your head in approval when I say it hurts up here.
Yeah.
Were you messing around with kayaks in service, or was that something you discovered outside after you got out?
I didn't start fishing with kayaks until Matt was part of that Zia kayak tournament that they do, an annual tournament, which will actually be in the same time we have the Butte tournament. That Saturday before, on the 16th, will be the Zia kayak tournament, which is an amazing. That's what got me into kayak fishing. So I appreciate Matt for putting that on. It's a great event for people to come in. It's a different format, and it's just very welcoming to people that want to get into the sport.
Good stuff. So, what would you say when it comes to in your normal tournaments that you guys put out there in fields? What's a normal size entry into your events down there? About how many anglers? Give me a ballpark into the bass kayak ones.
16 to 24 is where we
Same.
flux. Yep.
Yeah, we're about 20 up here. We've seen a few more, but I have a feeling this year we're about to see things kind of balance back out again up here. One time I remember we had a state championship with like 32 people, but it didn't help that only 3 people caught limits at the lake we went to. So, yeah, that hurt the numbers there a little bit.
Yeah.
Plus, CKB has been known to travel like to Nebraska, Kansas, which I personally think is fantastic. When you look at our Colorado Bass Nation, dude, they go to Texas. The bass boat guys up here. I mean, like they hold qualifiers in Texas from Colorado. So it's like we all know it. We know the water we're on. We know the pressure. We know the issues. It's expensive, and so yeah, we deal with it. So that's pretty normal there. Of those, Anthony, of those anglers that we see, let's throw 20 out there. Give me an idea of how many are like new folks coming in compared to the salty vets that are running around out there.
I would say the majority are the vets. We have a consistent group of guys. We'll have maybe 1 or 2 that'll be new, but I'm pretty excited. I'm hearing from our club that we have about 8 new members signed up already.
Hell yeah.
So I'm excited for that.
Hell yeah. Well, let me share this here. This schedule you guys have, after I've looked into this a little bit and now had a chance to kind of research, this is a kick-ass schedule you guys put together, man. Let's bring her up here. Bada bing. So March 21st, you guys start off the season in March. God, I love that. That is so awesome. We're going to try April 18th up here. And the last 2 times we've tried stuff in April, we've gotten blizzards. Every April we try to do it up here. We just get miserable ass conditions out here to fish in.
I say that because when I first reported to duty was in April in Colorado Springs, and I remember on a payphone calling home saying, "Hey, I made it," and guess what? It's snowing, and I couldn't believe it. I'm like, "Oh my gosh, this is nuts!"
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's Colorado, right? It's like, we'll have this weather, and then out of nowhere, I'm still convinced we are going to get slammed with, 1 or 2, big hits, I think, before we get out of this, deal. I just have been praying and everything that I can do of good juju and rubbing my cross to, just give me a couple weeks, man. We just need a little window there, a couple weeks to get us through, and then you can unleash fury all you want here. So, but Conscious Lake, this is a phenomenal lake up there. You pretty much any way you want to fish, Conscious will support it. You want deep main lake water, it's there. You want arms and some structure, it's there. I mean, rock, you name it. It's got everything. It seems like to go after.
It does. It fishes great. It's always been a good lake.
Now, somebody said in a comment out there though that if you got Verizon, your signal strength isn't always the best. Is that legit?
That's legit.
Uh-oh.
That's legit. So at the campsite, we'll have Starlink. So
Okay.
Wi-Fi out there.
Why does Conscious hate Verizon?
It's pretty much in the middle of nowhere.
All right.
Yeah.
All
If
right.
anybody's got AT&T, you'll be good. Want at least some type of lifeline.
Gotcha. So we will have you got Starlink you're going to fire up there, yes?
Sure.
Okay, cool. That's good to know. So if we need to get back to camp there, then yeah, that's where, and that's the beauty of the stuff we're going to, at least personally, going to be doing now. And do you guys give a little bit more time at your tournaments too to allow for submission of photos? Is that kind of built into it, depending on where you go?
It's just generally the common practice lines out typically at 3, submissions by 4. So there's usually about an hour, pretty standard on most tournaments.
Cool. Carlsbad Roadrunner. So this is the one where you're going beginning of April. You're heading down south down there.
Yeah.
Talk to me about that. What's the road? So Roadrunner, is there a series of lakes down there, Matt? What's
The series
Yeah.
outlet,
Go ahead, Anthony.
that's his home.
Yeah, that one's going to be a good one, man. It's going to be fish fry Friday night, family gathering kind of thing, just cervezas and all the goods that come with it. But we got our farthest southern lake, Brantley. We have Lake Avalon, and then we have dedicated 3 stretches of the Pecos River, along with the 2 bodies of water to make that Roadrunner component of the Carlsbad Roadrunner. So it's gonna be a great tournament. Probably, I mean, a really big fish for us in the state of New Mexico. So that's gonna be a really good one, really fun. Guys will get to fish some different stuff. A lot of river fishing, basically. So definitely a little bit of a different mix up for us.
now in the rivers down there? Good smallmouth population.
This far south, we're only ever caught 2 smallmouth south of Fort Sumner in my life, basically, and that was last year in January. So we're pretty much 100% largemouth in Carlsbad.
All right, I'm coming.
Come
On my way.
Yeah,
Greenfish are only about 10 hours away.
yeah. And that one's great too. I mean, that one is beyond like different in terms of like Brantley's not a clear lake. It's got a lot of structure, a lot of like sticks and buckbrush and things. So it's a flooded, inundated place. And then if like you get onto Lake Avalon, it's almost 100% cattails. A little bit of offshore grass fishing, and then you get into like the river systems, very classic river systems. Good color, but a lot of rock, a lot of structure, and doing all of that.
So cool. So cool. Let's move over. Then you guys are jumping over to Texas, Lake Brownwood. Now, where's that at on the map? Central, north of New Mexico. Like, if you drew a line over to Lake Brownwood, where would we be coming from?
West Central, just south of Abilene, Texas, about
Oh,
30
okay.
minutes.
Okay, cool.
So that one's something that Anthony, we wanted to squeeze in. We did one in Texas last year that we squeezed in. We did Oak Creek, which was awesome. And Anthony and 7 or 8 of the fellas made it out, and they just loved that style of going over there to Texas. And we decided to do it again. Right, that one's a little bit different because we're registering under the West Texas group for the entry fee,
Oh.
not New Mexico. And then it is also a double dip opportunity because that is Texas vaccination on the same day. So we're getting our fellas to go to an incredible fishery with 2 great Texas trails and just inundate them in a new family and a very competitive atmosphere.
Now, is Duck involved with any of those? Those 2?
He's got the Texas Nation.
That's right. Duck Tran does. Yeah.
Yep.
Awesome. And then here's the big event, man. This is the one we've got it on the calendar, so it's going to take an act of Mother Nature to stop us from getting down there. May 17th, Elephant Butte. This is your state championship, but feels so weird saying this, but it's even more than that, right? I mean, there is a weekend going on here that ends with the state championship as the final event. But this is again, it's just so much more that's taking place. Talk to us about what's going on that weekend there at Elephant Butte.
So on May 16th is going to be Zia tournament. That's an open tournament. It's a fun tournament, and that's pretty much our biggest tournament of the year. Matt is the tournament director for that event. Like I was saying earlier, that's how I got into kayak fishing. It's a great event, and that's our biggest turnout event. I think we've had up to like 90.
Wow.
Turnout to that, and that's one of the reasons we selected the state championship. And then also with the new rule change or schedule change with the national series, they needed the state championship by September. So we already had our schedule out, and then we had to make an update and make some changes. And we felt like that was going to be our best opportunity because 10% of the state championship qualify for the national championship.
Yep. So I've often thought the state championship to me, if you're being smart, in my opinion, the way bass is structured, make it an open, dude. You know, I mean, yeah, I get it. You know, you want to have to qualify to get there type thing. I get that. But we're just not big enough in the kayak game yet for that kind of stuff. We just don't have those numbers where you can count on 30, 40 people filling your field. And maybe if we were in Georgia, right? Maybe if we were in Florida.
I agree with you, and I'm glad you brought it up. We've struggled with this.
Yep.
Couple of years. Matt and I have talked about this extensively. We're trying to give all of our anglers an opportunity to go to the big show, to that national championship. And we made the decision this year to make it an open and at our biggest event.
Yep.
And that's going to give them their best opportunity. We're in the works. Appreciate Brian. He's helping us. And Steve Owens is working with us. We're looking at making some big changes for qualification for nationals next year.
So cool.
We're in the talks right now, and it's looking promising. And I think Arizona's I'm trying to get a hold of Arizona. I already talked to Colorado. They're involved in this change that we're asking for. And I think it's going to be good for these clubs that just don't have the numbers Tennessee, Georgia, and all those other clubs have.
You know, I've often wondered, and not to bring up a, sore topic for anybody. If they're still sore about it, they got to get over it. KBF, has had regionals, right? I mean, for quite a while, the way they've set things up. There for the longest time, Bass Nation had regionals. I don't know if they still do, but when I was first coming up in the bass boat game, there were regionals. You had to get through state, then to regional, then you had to move up from there. I mean, it was the most longest drawn out ass process I could think of for amateurs. It was the most expensive route, which is why I went to the FLW back then. Because it's like, why would I do that when I can just pay to play over here? But I've often wondered about that if you couldn't come together with, and if they're watching right now, I'm going to put this out there. Utah, answer your ever-loving messages, dude. I have tried to email them. I've tried to Facebook message them for like 3 years now. No one responds to their stuff. And I'm like, how do you guys just want to be by yourselves out there? What are you doing out there, guys? So yeah, I've often wondered that, pooling together. So that's exciting. Flanagan that's up here running it. I feel we have a similar situation.
Yep.
Great roots, great starter, and now the baton is being turned over to the new blood coming in. That's going to usher in a new era. So I'm pretty stoked to see what they do out here. And of course, just as I'm backing out of the tournament scene, as my big drive's now in nonprofit work, I still like to compete. But but of course, so now that I'm backing out, now these cool things are going to come out and it's going to pull me back in. You watch.
That's the goal.
Right? Right.
Back in.
And now here's the other one that I want to get to on your schedule, because I have actually, we've pinned this on my board, my map behind me. I've got a pin in Navajo Dam because I've looked over some resources there. I would love to make this a tier 2 destination for us, like do a long weekend down there for the TPO. Take 2-3 guys, go down there, spend a Thursday, Friday, Saturday, come home Sunday type thing. Talk to me about Navajo Dam, the history of it, what you guys are thinking this year, the whole shebang. Whoever wants to grab that.
I've always enjoyed that lake. It's a great lake. It's one of our nicer lakes that has
big.
It's a deep lake. Some of those areas get past 200 feet. It goes up in Colorado. I'm not too sure. I guess we could look into it if you need both Colorado and Mexico.
I was going to say, is there any reciprocity between the two states?
I just thought about that, but I'm going to have a Colorado license because I'm going to try to fish a couple Colorado tournaments. And then if y'all are fishing conscious, y'all need a New Mexico license. So y'all might be covered already on that. But
yeah, I think I've already picked mine up. I have to double check. I do too much shit during the day, so I forget what license I have, what I don't have. I keep them all in my digital wallet so I can keep track of them.
Right. But one of the reasons we picked that is we wanted to give everybody in the state an opportunity to fish a tournament. So that's why we're all the way as far north as we can go, from Navajo all the way far south as Carlsbad. And then our central lake is Elephant Butte, which we have a lot of people that fish with us out of El Paso. So it gives them an opportunity to fish. And then your Conscious and Ute are semi-central. So that's how we picked all these lakes. And Navajo is one of them. We have some great guys in our club that are up north.
You know what I love about this, fellas? I'm gonna give you both your props here on this, because I have had an opportunity to do. I was taught by the legend himself, Mr. Joshua Booth. I got a chance to work with him with the All-American, and it's like second to last season, and see what goes into being a tournament director and all the work that it takes place to put these things together. By you guys doing what you're doing, by touching all geographical locations in a state, you have knowingly given up the priority of getting the most anglers per event, right? You have to sacrifice that. But what you sacrificed it for was to make sure that more people in the state get an opportunity to come out, compete, and get involved in this community. And maybe, if we're lucky, we get them hooked, right? We get them the expensive habit that we have, and they start traveling a little bit to come join the other events there. Hats off to both you guys, man, because in my opinion, that's the way you expand the reach of the sport. Is maybe we're not going to get 25, where if we went to this one place, we would. Maybe we're only going to get 15 or 12.
Yep.
But you know what? It'll be, of that 12, I bet you 8 of them are going to be brand new folks that normally don't come down to fish with us over here. That's awesome stuff, fellas. Seriously, I love that. I love that view, and that shows out just in the people that have come out in support and doing what we're doing down there. It's awesome to see. You guys have a community you are building and have built.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what we do.
Yeah, we don't care about. I've never cared about the number. That has always been a secondary effort.
Yeah, and then I think Carlsbad's going to be a good one for kayakers. I think we have a lot of kayakers down in that area that just don't have the opportunity, work, family, just geographical locations. I mean, it's a long drive to go all the way to Navajo.
Oh,
How
yeah.
long would it be, Matt? If you were to
7 hours and like 40 minutes.
Psh, psh. Walk in the park, baby.
It's not
For us, yeah.
Lake Fork's 8 hours and 15 minutes, Gene.
Yep.
I gotta go 30 more minutes. I'm at Lake Fork. It's like, oh, that's hard to, yeah.
Yeah, why do I go this way when I could go that way?
Yep.
I'll be honest with you, man. That's what kept me out of the New Mexico game for the past couple of years is because I started thinking of, okay, it's 6, 7 hours, or I could go 6, 7 hours this direction because I was thinking it was the same kind of water we have out here. Now knowing that it might look the same on the shore, but what you're going to see there is going to be slightly just enough different that it's going to offer different challenges for you, which is awesome. I think it's going to be a great deal. So yeah, it's so that's one thing I will say this, and I say this with the most respect. Colorado anglers as a whole have, as a whole, mind you, there's a handful that don't mind, but travel spooks them. They love the idea at first until it gets closer, and then boop, they pop out. They bank out of it. We used to see it for the All American Classic every year. It's like in November, December, everybody's like, oh, I can't wait to get there. Can't wait to get there. You got 30, 40 people interested, and then come April, 2 weeks beforehand, 6 dudes are going to make it. Are going to make the drive, right? Because everybody, life gets in the way. I get it. But Colorado anglers as a whole seem to be kind of allergic to travel. What's your view? Are New Mexico anglers also? Is that?
That's just anglers.
So maybe it's a kayak angler thing.
Kayak angler thing. Everybody, same thing with Texas. And everybody Matt and I just got back from Amistad with West Texas. That was a 9-ish hour drive for me. And everybody's like, oh, I want to go. And I'm like, cool. I got a spare bed. I got a room free. Like, I'm covering it. Sunk costs. No problem. All right. Come the day, we had about 4 or 5 of us from New Mexico that made it out.
Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
same thing. Yeah, it's always that way too. Yeah.
So maybe it's not Colorado. Maybe I'm being unfair there. Maybe it's more just kayak anglers in general. Because I can tell you from the bass boat days, those guys didn't care about traveling, man. If it was to get to better water, they're hauling heavy. They're loading up 50 gallons of fuel and they're gone, man. They want to get going.
Yeah, especially after last year, I was able to go to Lake Havasu, Lake Fork, and Oak Creek, and OH Ivy. And that just
wow.
And it was a challenge. It's challenging. I'm not gonna lie, I struggled.
What's Havasu from you? How long of a run is that?
That was another, I think, 9 hours.
Gosh.
And that was for the national.
That's 16 for us up here to try to get to Havasu. Yeah, that's a haul.
But,
right.
I like the challenge. This weekend I struggled at Amistad, but it was great. It challenges me and it's helping me become a better fisherman.
Matt, you're no rookie to this, dude. You've been traveling and been doing this shit for a lot of years, like myself. And when it comes to, locations and such, for me, it's 12 hours. If any location is beyond 12, I really start lifting an eyebrow. I have to double check that because at my age now, I've come to realize that at about 12 hours, that's a day. I need to get off the road. Otherwise, I'm going to sleep like crap. I'm going to feel drunk and hungover. I screwed up a few years ago on my run to Pickwick. And that was it was supposed to be an 18 to 20 hour run. And like a moron by myself, I'm like, I got this. And I juiced up with 12 pots of coffee and tried to make the run. By the time I got done stopping and taking naps, I had been on the road for 24 hours straight. And I spent 3 days, 2 of those practice and then tournament day, two days tournament. But for 3 days, I was in this haze, man. I could not make good decisions. I felt worn out. I felt frustrated, foggy. And it just dawned on me like, hey, dumbass, you just can't do that anymore. You're not 25 anymore. Yeah. Pulling it. Yeah. What is it for you? What's your marker before you really start second guessing stuff?
I'm right there with you, Gene. I'm at like 12 hours. It takes me exactly 11 hours to leave New Mexico and cross the other side of Texas.
Wow.
So like Toledo Bend is an 11-hour drive for me.
Wow.
And I'm exactly 22 minutes from like the state line. I mean, so I spend, 10 hours and 30 minutes in Texas. But
Dog, that's a big
Oklahoma,
ass state. 11-hour drive across the state. Damn.
yeah, yeah. So I'm kind of like that. Like that's really where I'm at. Oklahoma's within reach. Arkansas, I think, is 11 or 12 hours from me. Oklahoma, and then even stuff up there in Colorado. If I could ever
What's
make the
Missouri? What's
schedules work,
Missouri like for you guys? Like Table Rock, that sort of thing.
17, 18,
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's
I
a haul.
think. Yeah, I
Gotcha.
I want to say that. I think that's what I did whenever I was looking at it for. Well, didn't All American go there one year?
Nope, they're Truman, but all the All American Kayak Series did, but the
Yeah,
Classic has stayed at Truman there because of the great relationship they have with the city of Clinton.
gotcha.
City of Clinton rolls out the red carpet when the Classic comes to town. Man, the big convention center is short up there. 10 grand's on the line. It's a pretty cool ass thing to see in the Midwest. It is our Super Bowl in the Midwest, right?
Yeah, that's no lie. So yeah, I'm kind of like that. I'm the same as Eugene. I mean, anymore, two kids, the wife,
Yeah,
12 to 13 hours is kind of where I can get in the car one day and go. That's really, if it comes
yeah,
down to that, like that works. But I mean, without dedicating a week to a tournament, like you said,
yeah.
once we cross that 1 day travel threshold, it's
It
how,
change it changes everything. It's
yeah,
actually how I established the True Patriot Outfitters our events. Like our tier 3 events, we only do like probably 2 of those a year. They're bookend, like one in the spring, one in the fall is what we if we have the proper funding, that's how we're going to do it. And that's a 5 total days. So what we have are if we'll go up to 12 hours away because it's day 1 drive and get there. 3 days boots on the ground, day 5 coming home,
yep.
right? And if it's more than 12, yeah, I'm not, nah, I'm just not gonna. And even if it is 12, I'll probably still split it with somebody just to catch a few, why not? If you got a buddy driving with you, it's dumb to not, just trade out and let
Those
him
are
take.
hard to find though.
It is. That's the beauty of the TPO. I'm usually taking 3 guys with
Yeah,
me. So,
yeah, yeah.
yeah, I just got
That's
to trust them to drive my rig. That's all it is.
yep.
Anthony, you're doing this stuff here now. Do you have are you retired from the army or do you have a normal 9 to 5 as well with a family?
Normal 9 to 5.
So that's not easy for you either, man. Cutting out time like that to make those trips.
Yeah, I'm blessed. I got a great work for Sadia National Labs, great company to work with. They really value that work-life balance, and I got great family support. Um, I'm very blessed in being able to take these trips like this. Last weekend, I traveled on Thursday and then traveled all weekend. So, yeah,
That is cool.
yep.
When you're sitting there talking about these, you're putting like legendary bodies of water that you're bouncing over to, dude, and I'm just up here like drooling, like, oh my god, those are long ass runs for me, man.
Man, they've been legendary, but oh man, I've had bad luck. I made it to nationals last year, Lake Fork. I was so excited. Day 1 got canceled due to wind.
The wind, that's right.
Horrible. It was bad, and Steve Owens made the right call. I had maybe half a day out of 5 to practice, and I tried to go out there, and I didn't even make it out of the little cove I launched from. I'm like, nope, not worth it.
Yep.
I even posted a little video, and I'm like, no way, nope.
Yeah.
And I just didn't fish well at OHIV. That was a great lake. I'm getting into these lakes and learning it, and it's pushing me. But I have gone to some great lakes. Same thing with Havasu. We had a horrible cold front come in. It was supposed to be in the like 70s in February, and then it was like 32. And
Oh.
yeah, I think I got 70 something out of 100, and I had 1 fish out of 2 days.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
still placed. Yeah, man, that's the thing though. Here's the deal though that hooks us as anglers, right? You're at OHIV.
Yep.
We all know what is the possibility on one cast.
Yep.
That it changes your life. And it's something you will remember till they're throwing dirt on you. You'll still be grinning about that double digit that you just hooked into there.
Every
We-
cast has a potential for a double digit there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, how do you not? You know, I mean, we go to every now and again. We'll go over into Nebraska, and there's a lake called Red Willow up there. It's been fishing a little stingy the past few years, but the fact of the matter is, every cast you have a shot at over 20-inch green largemouth at this body of water because they exist there in plentiful numbers. For whatever reason, water levels, whatever it is, it's just been fishing tough lately. But I think we might actually take the PBKS there this year. I think that's going to be the lake just because it's got a great beach that we can launch from. It's got a great campground and it has everything we're looking for on there. But yeah, it keeps you going to those places, right?
Yeah.
And I mean, speaking of, there's a guy on this screen that knows a thing or two about smashing a hog. I mean, you exactly just a little bit. What was remind me again, give me the deets on it. Where were you and what was the size of that critter?
Oh, that one was Lake Fork, February of, gosh, what was it? What year was that?
24?
2024? Yeah, that one. I mean, that was my big one. That was the 931, but shoot, I mean, I don't know. I got like 10 over 8 already. I just haven't broke double digits yet. So
Whatever, dude. Whatever. I'm sitting on a 6-pound PB over here. Okay,
you can come to Carlsbad. We'll break that, buddy.
let's do it. Hell yeah.
I know the tree.
I'll pick Anthony up on the way down, and we'll be headed there.
Send it. But yeah, I mean, most of my stuff, 8 pounds. I mean, like you said, I mean, mostly Texas, or that's actually all Texas stuff. I mean, that's just part of that gig. Because, like you said, here, 6 pounds in New Mexico, 7 pounds. That is a lifelong memory fish. That is
Yep.
not a discarded. Oh, that's whatever. Like, I mean, there is the rare occasions, but yeah, for us. But yeah, I've got that big one. Was in February on a jig. I remember that one very vividly. But
That's awesome. And on a jig, that warms my heart. I am a jig fisherman through and through. I keep out here. It forces me to get away from it because it's much more smaller presentation up here.
yeah,
But yeah, to me, jig is the most universal bass bait there is. Any water temperature, any time of year, there's a jig that can be thrown, and if you just know the presentation, it can work and catch you some monsters. The big
Me
girls
too.
like the jigs.
every time. Yeah, I'm jig fisherman through and throughout. Like that's it.
Love it. Yeah, so in Minnesota, same thing. I've caught a couple 5-pounders up there. Actually caught a 4.5 in Missouri, a couple 5, and then my biggest was up in Minnesota was a 6-pounder, and it was this trifecta, this triangle of tree stumps, and I still remember it to this day of throwing right to the farthest point stump, and as she went down, I just barely felt this thump, and then the line took off, and I'm like, hello. Yeah,
Best feeling ever. Yep.
yeah, yeah. Awesome stuff, man. So now with the one I didn't talk about that we didn't on the schedule there, Ute Reservoir. That's a little bit further to the east of Conscious. Just further to the east there. We almost went there. That was on our list. We were actually thinking of going to Ute, but we just thought the time of year that we're going Conscious would be a better option, to head over there for that time of year. But Ute is a pretty good looking reservoir as well, though. Yes?
Yeah, it's
Tough fishing or good.
Oh, it's good fishing, and I think that some of our biggest fish are out of Ute.
Really?
Yeah,
It's managed a little different. I mean, 80% plus of the population of Ute is Texas. Yes. Yeah, and for whatever reason, it's treated different, it's looked at different, managed different. It is our highest pressured lake. I mean, that's really I think the one thing that's great is like you're gonna go to Ute, you might see 2 bass boats. The walleye are chewing, so you're gonna see a lot of the walleye guys at Conscious because they are they're out in droves right now, so it's going to be a hammer fest for sure on that. But yeah, it's just a lot of pressure.
Right.
And it's great that I know we talked about it a lot. Gene, I know Anthony talked about it. You can't have a better choice of New Mexico than now because we are the same as Colorado. Wake boat, jet ski, unfriendly. Our little
Yep.
plastic boats and them guys, they just don't mix, and our lakes become inundated with it. So we've always had that fight, not
Is
only with the wind, but just the pleasure recreational
is
side of
that the
those
peak season thing? Like between Memorial and Labor Day is when it's
on the
danger
money.
time. Yeah.
Yep. Yep.
Have you guys ever thought or tossed around the idea of hosting like an event like on a Wednesday, Thursday, Friday thing as opposed to, trying to avoid the weekend? Have you guys ever talked about that?
I've never thought of that.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's the conversations come up here a few times because like if we want to do something in June or July or August up here, that's always the concern.
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you. I did one CKFC event last year or the year before, and it was in the summertime, and we went just to Chatfield Reservoir. I left at about 11 o'clock because I was just so livid. Jackass on a jet ski, literally slaloming through the no wake buoys with old timers out here fishing in their little john boat, getting waked. I'm over here in a kayak in the no wake zone, getting waked, and then the wakeboards coming around and just nickelback blaring, white frame sunglasses and white claw cans flying, and I'm just like, that's it, dude. I'm gonna choke somebody out. And I'm too old to fight, so I'm gonna club them with something and get myself in trouble. So
Yeah.
no, I'm done. It reduces down where you can actually go on the lake too, because
Yeah.
you have safety you got to concern about. It's like I'm not going to make that cut right there because I'm going to get run over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You wouldn't think that in New Mexico. You wouldn't think you guys have the population issue that we have up here, but you do apparently.
It's limited water.
Yeah.
We're all-
Limited water. Yeah.
Yeah.
but we do have a night tournament in July.
That's right. Conscious, right?
Conscious. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
So
There's brother Jason. How are you, Jason? Appreciate you tuning in, dog.
yeah, we were thinking of doing something different. It's those tournaments are hot in July here. They just brutal. And there won't be those wake boats and jet skiers at night. And it's just I've never done it, and I thought it would just be fun. It's a fun tournament. There's no AOY points. It's just going to be, hey, let's get everybody together, hang
Test it out. Yeah.
out, and have a good time.
That's awesome. What are the
no fish until that black buzzbait gets eaten. And
right? Right?
Yeah, that's like true to being alive right there.
What are the mosquitoes like down there? Do they exist?
I mean,
Not really.
They
A little bit.
Not as
yeah,
bad.
not too bad.
Nice. So
The
in
gnats and stuff, yeah.
I was gonna say in Minnesota, dude, that's the state bird, right? I mean, you got to slather up between UPF DEET is what you end up
Yeah.
running around with up there. Yeah. It gets pretty gnarly. So I'm looking at the weather we have coming up here to get the season kicked off the weekend before the New Mexico Bass Kayak Nation gets fired up. We're coming into town with the PBKS, Patriot Borderlands Kayak Series, in what I have a feeling will end up becoming one of many trips that we're going to be taking down here because New Mexico, unbelievable love to all the kayak anglers out there. When we started this little idea, like you said, Matt, we had the idea, dude, if I get two people to show, success.
Yep.
We're not trying to be a big club. We're not trying to compete. We're not trying to hand out cash prizes everywhere. We simply will make it the best weekend for those two anglers that they've had in a long time. We're going to have a blast. Dude, we're sitting on right now about 20 anglers have signed up for this thing, and I know of more that are about to sign up. And of those 20, we're like 16, 17 of those members are vets or first responders that are showing up here to hang out and have some fun for the weekend. unbelievable support. And dude, it's both of you guys. Anthony, you have been working double time, brother, to get the word out on this and support the little bit of work that we're trying to do to spread the mission around. I'm telling you, when you see an area that supports something like this, you'd be stupid if you're in my shoes and don't. Okay, they want to have fun. Let's have fun. Where else can we go down there, and what else can we do to keep that community growing like that? That's really what we're trying to do, is bolster the existing community, but also say thank you to gentlemen like yourself, Anthony, for doing what you and your family have done for us, and just say thanks and hang out, dude. And let's tell some bad jokes, sit around a campfire, and go catch some fish, right? Buzzbait bite. Now you got me thinking, Matt. My God, I can't get that out of my head now.
I caught one yesterday on a buzzbait. On Amistad at like 12:30 in the afternoon.
Yes. I'll tell you what, if you ever fish with Joshua Booth, he'll have 2 rods in his boat. One black, one white.
That kind of fishing right
and
there.
That's all he'll do around this country, and he will whack them.
Yeah.
He will absolutely whack them.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure, man. So yes, this the PBKS, we're coming in March 14th. We're going to be there, and we're going to have a pile of awesome folks showing up. Just wanted to talk real quick on some of the details on that. So we're going to be we've got 2 guys that are coming with us as kind of consultants, if you will. These are 2 Army combat vets that are coming down. They're providing breakfast on Friday and Saturday morning. They're going to get up about 5 o'clock in the morning, get the coffee going. I have looked around. The only place I haven't gone are thrift stores. I've been trying to find one of them old school, big ass percolator coffee makers.
Oh.
You know those things, those big round things? They don't give those away on Amazon, I'll tell you that. So I've been trying to find one of those so we could just brew up a big old thing of coffee to have it there for somebody, but we'll keep working on that. But these guys are going to put some eggs and bacon together. We're going to have fruit and bagels for guys and gals to take with them out on the kayak. But that'll be at campsites N10 and N9. That's where we're going to be. And you will have breakfast going there. And then Friday and Saturday night also, we got dinner we're going to serve there. We're going to have some brats and dogs on Friday night with some other things on the side. And then Saturday night, with the little awards that we're going to hand out, we're going to have some pulled pork that we're going on. I'm going to be smoking up a couple big old pork booties around the house here. We'll get that stuff prepped. And yeah, man, we're going to have a blast there. We've got some cool little gifts coming in. Sponsors that have gotten behind this thing, I've been blown away. Survival Frog has just shown out, dude. We got some cool backpacks, camping tables, some camping stoves, some of these cool Tesla lighters, all kinds of cool stuff. All of that stuff is going to be for the vets and first responders on random draw. Those of us as civilians, you'll be eligible for the top prizes that we hand out, the little medals and such. But it's only vets and first responders. We're going to say thank you to them by all the prize drawings, and that'll be done through. Everybody will have a chance at those through a raffle ticket that we'll be handing out, a couple of them. So yeah, it's going to be a blast, dude. If you don't walk away with something at this event, we failed somewhere in there. I guarantee we're going to have something to be able to make sure people take some cool stuff out. And who knows? You just might score, big fish. We're going to have smallest fish, smallest 5 fish. We'll award that. I came real close to getting these medals that had a skunk on it that said, "You stink." We were just going to random draw of anybody who blanks at the tournament. They get a medal at least for that, right? It's like, yeah, right. You want to have a memory of that. If you haven't blanked in a tournament, you've not fished enough tournaments yet, because it's gonna happen. But yeah, that's all. I just wanted to do a little quick on that. But again, this event wouldn't be possible without you guys, man, with the support you've given with this. This is why, to me, it's like I've just known, for me personally, I want to fish with you dudes, man. I want to get down there and fish with a club like this that's got these kind of people in it. I found, those kind of people out here. It's why I fish with the groups that I fish with out here. For me, it isn't about the competition that drives me anymore. It's about the people. It's about the fun, the hanging out. Hey, man, if I bag them up, I bag them up. But I'm to the stage now where it is absolutely about the just being in the right place. If you like somebody, it's better to beat them, right? Because that's more fun.
Yeah. Right.
Unfortunately, my buddy Jason that I travel with always beats me, so it's never a good thing. This is good stuff. What is your hope by the end of this season, Anthony? What are you aiming for? What's kind of the hope for the club, for the season there? What's in your target range?
Kind of going back to what you're doing and what Matt has set up is to give people opportunity to get out, hang out, and fish. That's my biggest goal this year is to give everybody in the state and surrounding area an opportunity to get out, hang out, and fish.
That's awesome. I think we have some. What do we have here? Artesian, New Mexico. We got a host hotel opportunity. Are you
Oh,
around? Yeah. What do we have here? Tommy Salisbury,
yeah.
Artesia, New Mexico. All right. All right. Got some folks tuning in. We're just throwing some comments up here. Oh, Mr. Terry here. Hey there, boys. Looking forward to that first tourney at Conscious.
That's right. What's up?
Come out the week before, Terry. Come fish with us, buddy. What do we got here? All right. From Miguel, what up?
Oh,
And what up?
Miguel.
That's my boy right there.
Nice. And he says the smallest fish award will be his.
Uh, yeah, that sounds right for Miguel.
Good. So what do we got here? I think I know where I can go. Oh, you can get a 3-gallon percolator, but Jason, you're 12 hours from me, brother. How in the hell am I going to get to you, dog? But you know what? I would, if depending on how bad the shipping is, yeah, we can talk. We can talk because if the shipping's reasonable, I'll cover the shipping to get it out here. And of course, yeah, I think that would be something cool to be able to have is just have some actual coffee, decent. I mean, I've got a single cup that I travel with because I can't start a day without coffee, dog. I gotta have some rolling. Yeah, we'll figure that stuff out for
Yeah,
sure.
you got to have it at Conscious. I mean, that is like, I mean, unless you like driving, you better have it.
So what is the name of the town? Tucumbia, Tucamarina? What's it?
Tucumcari, yeah, Tucumcari.
Tucumcari. Tucumcari. Why can't I remember that? That's like 45 minutes away, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's a haul. Okay.
Yeah. About the only thing you can get around the lake is ice.
Okay. That's what we're trying to plan on that to make sure that we've got stuff. We might run in there on Thursday night to go get dinner or whatever.
Yeah.
We might make that run and stop by the grocery store for last minute stuff or whatever. But we'll be getting in the admin team. We'll be getting in there Thursday evening, getting all set up. We'll be ready to go come Friday morning for a day of practice and hanging out. Also, want to give a shout out to Nikki, who is going to be joining us. I have invited a business associate of mine. She is the founder of what's called Moxie Experiences. They do outdoor retreats for like corporate gatherings and such. And we're going to be working with her, talking with her about some ideas in the future of maybe joining forces for a couple events through Moxie with the TPO. So kind of a part, corporate thing, part, veteran support piece there and see what we can come together with. She's a complete outdoor expert, so this is going to be good. We'll have, we got some, survivalist on hand in case, things get crazy out there, depending on how far we are. Matt, last question here for you, brother.
What you got?
For somebody new coming in to the kayak fishing game, going into New Mexico, what's the best advice? Because we're going to have some first timers here at this event, guys and gals that have never fished in a kayak tournament. This will maybe be their second or third time in a kayak for some of them. So it's
Yeah.
going to be a cool experience. What's the best piece, a couple pieces of advice you could give for folks coming down there?
I mean, best piece of advice. I mean, if you want to talk fishing related specifically or just having fun, for me, this time of year, you should definitely be able to throw like a crankbait or something like that. Make something happen. Pretty simplified. You're gonna donate some. We got too much timber or too much buck brush, juniper brush inside of Conscious, but I mean, outside that, yeah, just enjoy that. I think cranking or some type of moving bait like a jerk bait, I think that'll help too. I really think that the group should have a good chance at some really nice walleye. And then when it's not that, man, just keep it really simple. Uh, we struggle all the time with all of our gear and our tackle, but just like what the the first Bassmaster Elite event or whatever he did on a grub. I mean, that's very popular. Something like that in New Mexico works really well. Crappie, walleye,
Yep.
white bass, all of our stuff, and everything should be good. I mean, Anthony's probably got more of an idea, but it should be really good. I mean, usually we go struggle when it's this time of year, but we're so hot right now. I think it's gonna trend the right way, and as long as there's nothing forecasting, should be really good. But other than that, for new people, just keep doing it.
It
It's alien at first, but other than that, it's hard.
it looked like Thursday we were going to see some wind, but then Friday, Saturday, at least that. And mind you, it's a long way out. It's still forecasting, but yeah, that's what we've seen so far. Is there was a little bit of wind in the area, but it looks like it should be gone for Friday and Saturday. You know what? We got a Saturday window. That's really all I'm most concerned about is just give us the Saturday to get it in so we can get back to camp, and get things good.
Yeah, there's some places unconscious. You can get away. There's a couple good ramps. You can usually find something that helps you get out of that wind a little bit. So as long as it's not really bad, I mean, conscious will be fine. It's gonna be a really fun lake. Y'all are on the water basically, from depending on which campsite it is, but y'all will be really close to the water and it's full to the top, so it's really beautiful. Looks really good. Cleaner water right now. It's winter time, right? We don't have the same algae production that turns it a little bit darker for us than the Colorado lakes, but
Yeah.
yeah, really have fun. And then use our guys, right? I mean, y'all are gonna be down there, like you said. There's a lot of the New Mexico guys. I haven't looked at the list, or I looked at it the other day, but there's a good list. Yeah, Corey right there. Is that a walleye she's holding or a trout? Oh, it's a striper. Elephant Butte striper.
Nice.
But yeah,
Nice.
so use them too. They'll help you out. But they're a great group of guys. They're all just excited to get out of the house.
Yep.
The 3 month, 4 month downturn is
Cabin fever.
killing us. So it's great to see because everybody's showing up. It's great. They're getting a great event on top of that and get out of the house. So keep it simple with the baits, wacky rigs, drop shots.
Love it.
Start simple. If it's me and Eugene, it has to have a skirt on it before anything else, and you
So
might pay off quite well.
I had the picture. I'm not even going to go through, but you're going to love this. I have been taking things back to my roots, and one of the downsides when you become an experienced angler, you both can agree to this. It is very easy to get too many tools on your bat belt and just get lost in freaking options of like, well, should I throw this? Should I throw? So what I have been doing these past few years is going, you know what? Some other day, fun fishing, I'll go there. But when it comes time for this, we're going to lock in our hands a couple things that I have no question about. I have a history and years with this. I don't care if I haven't thrown it in 5 years. 5 years ago, I was catching fish, and for some damn reason, I thought I needed to move to some other bait. But I have gotten back in my lineup just because some of the other versions are a little bit harder to find, but the ones that I absolutely that set the precedence, wiggle warts, baby. I have a
Yeah.
connection. I have a connection with Storm, and so yeah, I loaded back up. I've got my wiggle warts lined up and ready to go, and I'm like, there's no question in my head that this thing catches fish. It's what the rock crawler was built off of, right?
Yeah,
Mike
yeah.
McClelland will tell you that. I know Mike. Mike will tell you he built the rock crawler to his specific Ozark needs, but it off the concept of the wiggle wart. That's
Yep.
the whole thing. And that has caught more damn fish off of that one little bait. So yeah, I got those locked in, and I will be throwing a couple wiggle warts either in practice or on tourney day, one of the two. As long as I can get them back, I don't want to throw them into the trees too much because I'm gonna cry when I start losing them.
You definitely gonna lose some. So yeah,
Yeah,
make sure it's
yeah.
not your favorite color.
Right? Yep. I mean, we'll do it too, won't we? We'll throw it, even though just the
Yep.
chance to get one fish.
Yeah.
How many times have you guys cast it into a place and thought to yourself, "I have no idea how I'm going to get that fish out of there,
Oh,
but I
Every
want to
day.
have that problem." So bite.
Every day. Yep.
I think if you're not doing it, you're not casting in the right places when you're around there.
It's 50-50 odds because you ain't ever getting that bite if you don't go in there.
Exactly. Yeah.
I'll take the
100%.
50-50.
Gentlemen, I can't thank you enough for spending this hour, 20 minutes with me here on this. New Mexico, let's put it up here. Go to Facebook, folks, and check out. Let me get the banners back up. Just type in New Mexico Bass Nation Kayak and you'll find the group. Follow along with what these guys have going down here. Even if you're not going to be able to fish with them, I encourage you to watch because, in my opinion, my personal opinion, that after seeing enough clubs down here, you guys are doing it the right way down there, dude. And this is how communities can be. This is how bass can be done. This is how the kayak game, in my opinion, should be done. It's a great example down there. And it's a cool thing to do. So definitely, folks, make sure you give them a follow. I can't wait to fish with you boys, man. Not only Conscious, but those other places. And now you got me wanting to come to Carlsbad, Matt. Oh, I got to look at the calendar. Figure out the drive. Figure out calendar. Anthony, you're about halfway, Anthony, I think, from where I'm at. So,
Yep.
Yeah, stop by and then I'll drive the rest of it.
Perfect. Perfect. I'll save room. I'll save one slot on the trailer so we can slide your kayak up on there.
Yeah.
Awesome. Gentlemen, thank you so very much. Again, you guys are badass. This is going to be good stuff, folks. Make sure to smash the subscribe on YouTube. That's a big help for us in a major way. Don't worry, we will be streaming live on our Facebook page as soon as Facebook unscrews itself. We're a brand new page, so we had to wait X amount of days before we're allowed to live stream to it, and we had to get over. We have over 100 followers now, so we broke that. But we have to wait like 60 days or whatever before they'll let us stream live to our Facebook page for whatever reason. But at any rate, make sure that YouTube subscribe button, that's a big help. Boys, you know the routine here. Tight lines, be safe, take care of each other, and God bless.
Thanks, Gene.
Thanks.